I spoke on last Sabbath on taking the name in vain, and I recommend that you go watch the entire video, which will be associated with this one. I'll try to put a link in the comments so that you can get there. Because taking the name in vain is a very, very broad topic, and you can't talk about it in 3 minutes or even 40 minutes and touch on everything. Broadly, taking the name in vain doesn't have anything to do with pronunciation, but has to do with misrepresenting the word of God and misrepresenting God's character. And false teaching is almost the most prolific way of taking the name in vain, is by saying, "Thus saith Yahweh," when Yahweh hath not said. But on the pronunciation front, there are a couple of accepted pronunciations based on Hebrew grammar in order for us to actually pronounce Yod He Vav He. But the rest of them are made up. And we know when they were made up. And if you go ask your Chat GPT or something, you'll find out that these new pronunciations have come up in the last 20 years. And they're bad because they have no foundation in Hebrew grammar whatsoever. And I'm not a Hebrew speaker or any such thing, but I studied enough to know the very basics that Hebrew pronunciation has to follow other words across the language. It's not like our English pronunciation where the word thought and the word though can be spelled exactly the same and pronounced completely differently. Hebrew words have to follow a pattern in order to have meaning. And so when you change the name of Yod He Vav He or his son, you have to change the entire chunk of the grammar to follow it. But beyond that, these names that have been invented in the last 20 years are blasphemous in many cases because they're accidentally pronouncing sounds that would degrade the name of Yod He Vav He, of the Most High. And you really don't want to do that. And he'll wink at ignorance. But if you're walking around telling people they have to pronounce the name a certain way, and that has no basis in Hebrew grammar whatsoever, understand you're sticking your neck out there pretty darn far. But I do recommend that you watch the message because it touches on things that most of Christianity ignores about blaspheming the name. And it's pretty interesting, and I look forward to your comments. Thank you for watching. May Yahweh bless you and keep you in the name of his son, Yeshua. And please like, share, subscribe, help us make a crowd, and come to church on Shabbat. See you.